the problems that are asking you to find a distinguishable arrangement of letters, for example, if I want to find the distinguishable arrangement of letters in the word attract, you're going to look at the total number of letters. So I'm just going to put up here total factorial divided by the duplicate, the number of duplicate factorial. So I guess number of lookalikes. That factorial, and you're going to multiply that times as many lookalike terms as you have. All right, so for example, in this problem, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters total. So it's going to be 7 factorial on top. And then I look at each individual letter, and I see that the letter A occurs twice. So I put 2 factorial down here. The letter T, I'll use a different color here, occurs 3 times. All right, so I've got 3 factorial. The letter R only occurs once, and so does the letter C. But I don't need to put in here 1 factorial, because remember what 1 factorial is just 1. So if I put 1 factorial times 1 factorial, I'm really just multiplying by 1, and I'm not going to change the problem. I have a feeling the problem, though, is the computation. So to compute this, I would consider figuring out what the numerator is, dividing by what the denominator is. And you can do this all at one time on your calculator. You have to know where your factorial button is. But if I do this, I'm going to take the numerator in parentheses, and maybe make this a little bit smaller so you can see the calculator. All right, so put in parentheses 7 factorial. So to get to the factorial button, I have to go into my math menu, over to probability, and down to the number 4. And then go divided by, and then again, the entire numerator needs to go in parentheses. So now do 2 factorial. So 2 math, go over to probability, go down to number 4, times 3 factorial. So 3, go over to the math menu, over to probability, number 4, and then hit enter. All right, so I get, there's 420 distinguishable arrangements of letters. Okay, so to kind of just summarize, you're counting up the total number of letters in the word first, that goes on top, factorial, divided by, and then you look at each individual number and see how many times it occurs. And each time it occurs, that is going to be a factorial. So in this case, A occurred twice, 2 factorial. T occurred 3 times, 3 factorial. R occurred once, but if I just put in 1 factorial, that's just multiplying by 1. And the same for C. Okay? And then use parentheses around the numerator, parentheses around the denominator before you go any further. Otherwise, you're going to divide it prematurely.